So the answer is marketing. And this is what I want to show you guys. Traditionally, it costs $1.12 million for a marketing department for a small business. This is just for a small business. So if you look at a marketing department for a small business, they're dealing with the social media manager, digital marketing manager. There's a lot of managers in there, right? And there's a UX designer, there's email marketer specialist, SEO specialist, content creator, AdWords specialist, Facebook advertising, like all of that. So the problem is, this is why the businesses fail. Because it just costs fortune just to run a marketing department, forgetting about the operation, forgetting about the customer service and fulfillment. But not anymore. Why? Because we now have AI. That's the good news. However, even with AI, most businesses fail. So this is actually something interesting. So AI and ChatGPT launched a couple of years ago, but the rate of the failures with a startup hasn't changed. And this is something that I got obsessed with AI. And I started actually going in really deep dive into doing the research to see why. Why even with AI, ChatGPT, and all of those solutions, the businesses still fail. What is the reason? The reason is all the available current AI solution can only close the gap by 20%. That's it. All of this AI software, ChatGPT, which is not big enough to close the gap. So you as a startup, as a small business, you need to have a 100% solution to close the gap. Otherwise, unfortunately, the 28% not going to make any difference or move the needle to your business. But is it possible to close the gap? So I just want to introduce with myself. Why would I need to listen to you, Atena? So I'm Atena Pegler at the as the Morgan introduced me. So I've been a marketer for over 14 years. And when the ChatGPT launched, I got absolutely obsessed with it. And I achieved a lot of like industry award. I became the Australia's most innovator of the year finalist last year with a woman in digital in Australia, and won the award at the Kuma Club, a Skool Game winner. I got a lot of the PR campaign that published my a story about the woman top female entrepreneur to watch, leading AI entrepreneur of the year, and so on. But the reason I'm saying all of that is not just because of saying that, about my achievement. It's just about that what we achieve with AI is actually help a lot of businesses to be able to achieve a lot of success. And all of this award and recognition is just a reflection of that. So November 2022, when ChatGPT launched, that's when I got absolutely obsessed with it. I saw the opportunity. I saw that how I can potentially revolutionize the AI marketing industry with AI, being a marketer, and that's basically what I achieved with it. And I've been a public international speaker. I've been speaking all around the world, not just Australia. We actually have 70% of our clients US based. So we are very much international, and I speak on all over the world in the stages. So I spend basically 6 months of my time overseas than in Australia because of speaking a lot of mastermind and stages. And I also recently featured on the Legacy Maker TV series. I share my story about how I could achieve this all of this success and what we did with AI. And then on this picture, you can see some of our partners, the people I share the stage with, and the people that we're doing collaboration with. Um, and what I wanted to invite you guys is to join my Skool community. So I'm actually having the owning the leading AI community in the Skool, which is we have 8.6K members from 110 countries. We are very, very global and international. We give a lot of value. You can see in the map how global we are on the right-hand side. So Morgan, if you have the link handy, if you can please pop the link in the chat so people can join the free Skool community. Make sure you join our community in the Skool. If you're not part of the Skool, you can just create an icon. It would take a couple of minutes. So another question is, if you are the 6, 7, or 8-figure business, is it possible to turn extra business in 12 months? A lot of you already answered that question, yes. But let me share a story with you guys. So May 6, 1954, you guys working with Morgan, so you probably heard of this story. Morgan, you shared that story with your members before? Yeah, so I'm just going to keep it very quick. So everyone here heard the story. You guys know that the Roger Bannister was the first runner that could ever broke the 4 minute mile record. And what is interesting is that it only took 46 days for the next runner to be able to have the same success. And since then has been hundreds and hundreds of the runners that had the same success. What is the lesson here? The lesson here is that once one person does it, everyone else will follow. And the reason I told that story is because my journey started with reading about this story back to early last year. That was before I started business. I had nothing back then. And I heard a story about the stock blitz and this 21-year-old boy that he basically launched an AI company and his company valued $30 million in under 2 years. So I read that story and I'm like, Atena, if a 21 years old boy can do that, you could do that too. Because by that time I had a lot of the prompts, I've done a lot of innovation in AI, I just didn't monetize it. That's when I started believing what's possible. And the moment I saw what's possible, that's when I set the big goals. And this is in November that Morgan mentioned about the Skool. So basically, there was a Skool competition. So we had a completely brand new community, paid community, and we went from 0 to 350K MRR in 30 days. And you can see the gap with the second person was quite big. And that was the highest break record ever. And even to the date, no one could break our record yet. Um, the reason I'm saying is that is just because, like when you believe what's possible, what you could achieve that, you can get rid of all of those old, uh, you know, all of the old school advice that they tell you that you need to at least spend 2 years to build a community and monetize it. You need at least to have 6 months to get your first customer. You need to have like all of those things that people are trying to tell you. Get rid of that. It's absolute BS. You set up your own rule based on what you believe is possible. That's the first step. Once you believe what's possible, that's the first step of you going to try it, to actually try to, what I said is that try to, shoot for the moon, land, and the star. So that's what you could do. And that's all happened with the Skool. I can do another session and go deep dive into the Skool that how we could monetize a brand new community and achieve that huge success. There's a lot of secrets about how we could do that, how we got the ranking, how we got the engagement, the retention. So there's like a full session that I could do in the Skool. Maybe like another time Morgan I can come over and just start talking about the Skool. But for today, I'm just gonna keep it about short about what we could achieve, and then we could go through the Skool later on. And you can see on the right hand side is the Cybertruck that I actually won that Cybertruck. That was a prize of the first person, and I couldn't bring it to Australia because we're not allowed. So I took the cash. But yeah, that was really good. And $1 million in 10 months. That's the my Tucumã Club Award. When I started the business, that was February 2024. Then I made the decision that I'm going to win the Tucumã Club by the end of this year. I wasn't sure how it's possible, and I achieved that. I achieved exactly what I aimed for, and that was because of our webinar funnel. We generated $1 million using our webinar, just one funnel, one offer, and I go a little bit more deep dive into that shortly. And I just want to share this story of you guys, the Alexander Wong. I don't know if you guys heard of the Scale AI founder. So he's the world's youngest billionaire at the age of 19. And again, the reason I'm saying this story is that number one, proof that what's possible. Number two is that the opportunity with AI. You look at all of this AI company, right? And 19 years old, 21, 30 million, billion dollar. There's a lot of like the another one is a Cursor. That's a $1 billion company too. I think like under 1 year, the value under $1 billion. And you look at all of these AI companies and opportunity like that. We literally, this is the dot-com bubble time, guys. Like there's a lot of opportunity to make so much money out of AI. And with this AI company to value like sometimes up to 40x multiple they value these AI companies. So when I saw that story, I actually read that article a couple of months ago. And the funny thing that I read that and I'm like, okay, no, I have to raise my standard because previously I had a goal of, $100 million business. No, I actually increased my goal to $1 billion. I'm like, if Alexander Wong can do that, why not me, right? Again, to see what's possible and then you aim for it. Um, and this is basically what happened. That's what I didn't tell to the Morgan is that the January 2025, that was my AI company value at $20 million by a VC in Australia, and we only have 3 employees. Like that's the interesting part about it. You don't need to have like a team of like 20 employees, 100 employees to be able to make those sort of like evaluation of big businesses. You could basically have a small employee, and that actually someone predicted that with they predicted that the first trillionaire is going to be an AI startup with under 10 employees. That's what they actually predicted that's going to happen. And I'm telling you guys, it's possible. There's a lot you guys could do AI that's more than ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like 5% of what you guys know about AI. There's a lot you could do with it. So, what's the whole point of all of this story is to telling you guys that impossible is mainly on try. So we are definitely on a mission to change the world with AI and to be one of those original leading AI founder of the year, not just in Australia, but globally. And I'm just going to play this video with you guys about when I interview Tai Lopez in my podcast about what he thinks. I actually had a aha moment through that short video, when he said that, I had an aha moment because I asked him this question. I'm gonna play it. You guys can
AI as a technology is an army. You can deploy infinity.
What stage of AI do you think we are? Like, if we compare with dot-com bubble,
No, we're not at the bubble. We're at 1994. We're in the pre-early stage of AI. By next year, we'll be in early stage. So you have about until 2030 to really catch the trend. And the people who learn AI, you'll have your first trillionaire. By the way, people who try to resist the inevitable, it's going to rob you of your time because it's going to take your job from you. Like Charles Darwin said, it's not the smartest or the strongest who survive, it's the most adaptable. Take how much you think AI is important in your life, multiply it times 100. Now you have the correct estimation.
that was really, really impactful because he didn't mention that we're not in the dot-com bubble yet. We are in the pre-early stage of AI. That was an interesting thing. So if you guys can try to go all the deep dive into AI now, get obsessed like I got obsessed, then you guys are gonna sit in the gold mine of the the industry giant says that AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. We are in the iPhone moment era. In 5 years, AI will be fundamental as electricity or fire. So question, who wants to get the cheat codes to building a $20 million AI company under 1 year? Just put in the chat, yes, a big yes. If you guys want to get the cheat code, I'm going to go through our entire business model with you guys. Yes, Sian, yes, fast, sign me up. Oh my God, yes, yes. Fantastic. All right, let's jump in. One thing I want to assure you guys, if in case that some of you has limited belief, there is not one single company in this masterclass that couldn't 10x in the next 12 months with AI. This is how certain I am, and we achieve that for ourselves. We achieve that for our client. Sorry, I'm just gonna get some water. And this is how we're certain that you guys can do that too. That's like a proven model. We're gonna go through the model. No matter that, what is your tech background? No matter that, if you know anything about marketing or tech, or if you're completely new to AI, you could sit 10x with this very simple formula that we created. So the solution to 10x in the next 12 months is called AR precision formula, also known as a 10x formula. So just put in the chat, what does the 10x means for you? So if you're making 10K a year, currently it's 100K. 100K, a million, 10 million. Just put in the chat. What does 10x mean to you guys? 150K, 400K, 3 mil, 1 mil. Perfect. Amazing. That's important to think about it because when you guys are going to think about it, then you're going to say, well, like it's worth it, right? It's worth to actually go all in 7 million. Amazing. So what I want to discuss is that I just want you guys to understand that going back to the gap, why even with the AI, the businesses still fail, right? Comes from my comprehensive research that guys I've done. I've done a lot of research. I basically explore over 100 AI softwares and read a lot of articles, really, really severe obsession to find out about why the businesses still fail with AI and what are the problems and how can we come up with a solution with those problems to close the gap 100%. So one of the problem with the AI is a generic instruction, right? When you guys go work with ChatGPT, you ask ChatGPT, write me a webinar script. It doesn't know how to write a webinar script because it hasn't been trained to write it based on, for example, the Russell Brunson's perfect webinar, right? So it gives you generic information. Number two, it doesn't know your business. How many of you feel like that every single time you want to work with these LLMs or like a ChatGPT, for example, you have to explain your business? You want to create a Facebook ad and say, oh, create me a Facebook ad for the coaching business. And that's why you don't get the right output. If you want to get a better output, then you have to go explain your business over and over. This is my target market. This is the pain of my target market. This is my offer. This is what I'm selling. This is my unique seller proposition. You have to explain yourself so much to be able to get semi-okay output from the ChatGPT. How many of you feel that way, right? Just put it in chat one if you feel that way with the AI, and that every single time you have to explain yourself and you just get tired of it. Every time I had a question, yeah, exactly. So that's one of the issue. And then you know what the problem with the beginners? The beginners that don't know how to use AI, they don't know how to explain themselves to ChatGPT or LLMs. So that's one of the problem. The other one is that only one AI model at the time. So how many of you feel like you just cannot keep up with how many new language model coming every day? So we got ChatGPT, and then we had Gemini, and then we had Meta, then we have the Grok, then we have the Gemini, right? And then we have the cloud. So like every single day, literally there's a new language model, there's a new version. So how many of you feel actually overwhelmed? You don't know what you need to do. And you have to go subscribe to all of these different language model to compare the output and you don't know what it is, right? So that was one of the another issue, just a feeling overwhelmed and not knowing now what is the best. And number four is disconnected tools. So when the Chat GPT had launched the custom GPTs, I don't know how many of you are advanced or know what is custom GPTs. I have hundreds of them. I have a lot of custom GPTs. So I was one of the very first person that actually learned about the creating custom GPT and I created a lot of them. But one issue that I found with custom GPT was still that they're not connected tools. So you create a custom GPT to create a Facebook ads, another one to create email, another one to write webinar, another one to do this, but none of them are connected to each other. They're not talking to each other. They don't understand what is the output of one to use as an input of the other one, if you know what I mean. So that was one of the other issues. So I'm like, this is not going to work because that's going to take me so long to try to connect all of my chats, or even like your chat GPT chats are not connected. You have 1,000 chat in there, but none of them are connected. So that disconnected tools, that was one of the issues that was a many like one of the main major issues with AI, because every single time you have to explain yourself, you have to do like a separate thing. So your marketing is not really aligned, because with your marketing, you need to understand all the tools, all the chat, everything you created for your business, they need to be aligned, right? If they're not connected, how can they be aligned? So that was one of the problem. The other one is a generic example. Those of you that you're just using too much generic example, you don't know like what are the best example to work. If I want to go and model $1 million funnel or see who's doing the best in the market, how can you find it? How can you find those examples? So that was one of the other issues. And on untested output. And one thing I always say, no matter how amazing the output look that comes from AI, it's never perfect until it get tested. It never perfect until you get tested. If anyone gonna tell me, Atena, I just got a perfect output, or this copywriter just did the perfect copy for me, I'm like, nothing is perfect until you get tested. You go test it in the Facebook ads. When you start getting the lead, you're getting the cheap lead, you're getting a high quality lead. Then when you realize that your output is perfect, right? So everything needs to be tested. That's super important. And unfortunately, the problem with testing is that the testing going to cost the entrepreneurs fortune. Like this trial and error and a testing is something that's going to send a lot of people out of the business. So that's one of the other issues. Just be very careful, guys, with the generic AI apps. There's so many AI apps that just creating very generic output, and also they have all of them. They have either all the 6 issue or at least 4 or 5 issues. And I've actually like researched and studied all of that. These issues that you guys see here, majority of the AI software, copywriting software, all of the software, they have at least 4 or 5 of these issues in there. There has been any solution that come out and say, how can I resolve all of the AI issues in one place? So be careful with it with some of them, because some of you may just start using it and realize that, oh, it's just closing the gap by 5%. What about the other 95%, right? This is the issues. So the 10x formula is that to have the expert prompt, detailed business info, multiple AI models, connected tools, $1 million example, and tested output. So that's basically how you can 10x your business. This is you're more than welcome to take a screenshot of this page. It's super important. And one thing that is important for you guys to know is that to know your numbers. Yeah. So what you need to have, and the next slide is going to actually deep dive about how you actually calculate these numbers. You guys need to know, if you guys are scaling your business, all of you need to run ads, because we know that with running ads is the only way to be able to scale the business, unless you have like millions of followers and social, that's different. But running ads is one method. Another one is the opt-in page. Or say opt-in pages are super important. If you have an opt-in page, you need to optimize your opt-in page. The other one is a sales page. If you have a sales page, you have to optimize it. The other one is the better content or website, right? So any of you that are doing the content in the social media, or you have a website, either of them, you need to have a better content, better website. And the other one is the better emails. The reason we put the 4x in the emails, because email is super easy and it's very efficient. So you guys need to send like 1 email a day to your email list. And then sometimes from each email list, you can earn up to like from $5 to $25 per subscriber, is that how much you can actually earn if you are in a high ticket. So that's why it's important. If you guys measure this number and do all of this, and you measure your numbers and know exactly what is your number, then all you need to do, just do a little bit better. If you do 2x your ads, better ads, if you do 2x your better opt-in page, 2x better your sales page, 2x better content, 4x email, then you already 10x in your business. And it's not that hard. And I show you guys how you can do that. You all cool with that? So this is a little example. Make sure you take a screenshot of this page because that's how you can go and actually find out all of your numbers. So for example, with the ads, with the ad budget, you could have a $40,000 ad budget and cost per click $2. The only thing that you could improve is just, you know, try to get the cost per click to be $2 instead of $2 to be $1. Just cut in half. Then all of a sudden you can see that how many more visitors you get, right? Opt-in page. If you're getting 10% without AI, you're getting 10%. With the AI precision formula, you make it to be 20%. Just you double it. Sales page, the same. Website, email. So if you look at these numbers, all you need to do a little bit better, which is not that difficult at all. And to be honest, like things like the opt-in page, that lead magnet is 10%, we increase it to 20%. With the AI precision formula, we increase it to 80, 90%, and we show you how we do that. Like taking from 10 to 20, that's like a very conservative. We take it from 10 to 60. 10 to 70, 10 to 40. Like this is the sort of number that we all of a sudden 4xing it, 6xing it. So these numbers you see here is absolutely conservative, but we could do a lot better than that. So I'm gonna introduce you guys to ARPreneurs Business Lab. This is my AI software that I developed. I launched the software last September, and we were past $1 million subscription by December. Exceptionally successful, and that's ARPreneurs Business Lab actually designed to resolve all of the problems with the AI in one place and give you guys a complete comprehensive solution, A to Z. It's like your virtual CMO that you can access to all of the sales and marketing tools. And it's someone that I was just in a mastermind that I was demoing to someone, and someone said that, well, from what I can see, Atena, you are the GHL for AI. Basically, you replacing all of these available AI solutions and everything. So that's what we did, and I'm going to show you guys about what is the ARpreneurs Business Lab. I'm going to give you guys also a stick around because we're going to give you a free trial. We're going to get you guys to actually create a business context, and I picked for someone from the audience, and we build something cool for them. If you guys are happy with that, to be a little bit more practical, we could build something nice. But with the ARpreneurs Business Lab, basically the problem number one that I told you guys about generic instruction, you guys going to it's got the expert instruction or prompt, it's called prompt behind it. So everything has been trained. How to do the sales pages, how to do the ads, how to do emails, how to do webinars. So everything has been trained based on the best marketers in the world, best framework in the world. And then problem number two, AI doesn't know your business. So what we do is that we completely get rid of the explaining your business, and in a matter of one click, we create a context for your business that all of a sudden AI knows about what your business is and has a comprehensive information about your business. That's like one of the latest technology that we aware that no one else could do anything similar to this. And we'll show you guys how you can do that. And we're gonna get everyone here today to create a business context for your business that you could use either within the software or you could use outside of the software. So with the business context you're going to create, you could use it in ChatGPT, for example, if you want. Then from now onwards, you never ever have to explain yourself anymore to the AI. How cool is that? It's going to save you guys a lot of time to do that. Problem number three, we said that the only one AI model at the time, and it's so overwhelming. With the ARpreneurs Business Lab, you can access all the available language model in the world all in one place, and you can compare the output right next to each other, window by window. In that way, it's going to save you guys a lot of time and headache from being overwhelmed of the lots of language model. Number four, we mentioned about disconnected tools. We said that your chats or custom GPT is not connected. Every tools inside the ARpreneurs Business Lab is connected, so you understand your business, you understand what your ads is, you understand what your email is. So when you create an output for you in the next tool, if we're going to create an output that is related to your business and what you created with it in terms of marketing. But we mentioned that no output is perfect until you test it. I mentioned that earlier. And the reason being is that, because until it gets tested, we never know if it's perfect. But how do we skip the trial and error and that testing process through a fun, simple process we call modeling or also AI hacking? So probably a lot of you heard of the modeling, and I've learned the concept of modeling from Russell Brunson myself a couple of years ago, about that if you want to have a success in life, you need to model what already worked. That actually come from the Tony Robbins. If you want to achieve success, all you need to do is find a way to model those who already succeeded. So that's a very important thing. And the Russell Brunson always talk about the modeling, and he teaches about how to model the funnels. But He doesn't know how to do it with AI. It's very old traditional. So when I was doing marketing, I was a CMO for a company a couple of years ago, and we were doing this modeling, but we were doing it all manually. So we didn't have AI back then. There was no technology to be able to do one-click modeling. So unfortunately, we had to spend months, weeks to try to do something, and now we have AI. So with AI Entrepreneurs Business Lab, we could literally with one click to go model the best of everything. Model the best of everywhere, everything everywhere. Model the best ads, model the best email, model the best funnel, model the best wire post. Everything that you guys see in internet available, you could literally in one click to go model it and to be able to skip the trial and error. So there are three secrets to modeling: how to find $1 million marketing funnels and discover exactly what they do from start to finish. Secret number one is that you need to find those best example, right? So you can ethically model the success. Secret number two is that how to find where they get their traffic from and what their follow-up process look like, including all of the copy. Secret number three is that how to legally model the entire campaign from A to Z, including ads, email, upselling under 5 minutes with just one click. No tech required. You guys cool to have access to those secrets? We're gonna go through each secret one by one to see how you can do that. So step number one, find someone successful to hack or also model and opt into the offer. Okay, so you're gonna ask me the question, Atana, how do we find those good example? Like, how can I know, okay, this is my industry, this is what I do. How do I know there is a funnel that generated $10 million, for example, revenue? So we did something that is a mix of use of AI and also the human, spending hundreds of hours. We created a database of all of the $1 million funnel that basically anything for all the industries, and we have access to all of the secret sauce from a start to finish. What is the free offer look like? What is the core offer look like? What is the high ticket look like? What is the middle ticket look like? What is the ad look like? What is the social? Like every single information. We have over 100 successful $1 million funnel examples in the database that I could access it through the AI Entrepreneurs Business Lab. But also the secret number two was that where they're getting the traffic from. There's this cool AI software. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's also free. You can use it. It's one of those unicorn AI software that not many people know about it. It's called similarweb.com. So you can take a screenshot of that. With this similarweb.com, you can find a lot of information about your competitor, where they're getting the traffic from. Are they advertising Facebook? Are they advertising Google AdWords? How much they spend? How much traffic they're getting? This is a very, very good tool to be able to, kind of like a stalk your competitor. Definitely try to use that one. We use it all the time. And also the other one is the Facebook ads library. It's called facebook.com/ads/library. If you go to the Facebook ad library, that URL, you could basically go and find the best, find your competitors' ads. For example, say, oh, I know like a Billie Jean is absolutely crushing it, but how do I know how his ad looks like? Or how can I access all his ads? You could literally go there and search his name and you find all of his ads. If you weren't aware of this, that's something you need to use very often. Number three is that the video ad vault, that one is for YouTube. So if you guys want to spy on the competitors to see how the YouTube ad look like, this is a software that you can use to achieve that. Videoadvault.com. So the other one that step number three, we mentioned that you need to model them from start to finish, what the website, email, Facebook ad, everything in one click. So it's just like I call it actually like a marketing mastery mapping. That's a term that I created. Is my marketing mastery mapping 360 or MMM 360 means that you find about who is the best in the industry and you model them 360 degrees from start to finish. That's a very, very powerful thing to do in the marketing. And so the number six, I got to go back to the problems again. Problem number six we mentioned was the untested output. So in that way, while you're the modeling, no, you're going to have it tested. Why? Because you model after something that's successful. It's a lot highly likely you're going to get the same success or similar success when you model after something that already been tested and already successful, because these guys have spent hundreds of thousands on a Facebook advertiser, sometimes million, to perfect what you see. Like Russell Brunson's, for example, funnels, right? He has spent so much money to test them. And what you guys see there is a perfected version of something that's been tested to get what it is. In a matter of one click, you guys can go model a success. So that's how you can skip the trial and error. This is the type of the output that I call it perfect output, right? Other than that, I would never ever call it output to be perfect. because it's always surprising when you guys go test it. Something looks perfect, you get a copywriter to write it amazing copy, you test it, and then it doesn't work, right? So we could completely skip that stage. So just a little bit of the summary. You guys are more than welcome to take a screenshot of this. The six pillar of the AI precision formula, which have the solution to all of the problem with AI, built-in expert instruction, remember the business info, multiple AI models, connected tools, multi-million-dollar example, and modeling with AI. Guys, this is your secret sauce to be able to have it to add with the competition. If you can like have all of this methodology that you just learned, you just apply it. And we're gonna give you guys access to the software so you can create your business context and do a couple of cool things. And then you can go and use it. All right, so just an example of our 2CC award. This is the Russell Brunson's funnel that you guys can see. So we found that funnel and we knew that it generated I think that funnel had generated over $10 million for Russell. And what we did that we modeled it in a matter of a click. So you guys, what you guys see on the right is basically a model version of the Russells. You can see the headline. The headline is very similar. However, my headline is talking about my business, which is the H6 AI secret. And the Russell ones are talking about number one sales funnel. So the copy is different. It's talking about different thing. However, it has been modeled to talk about in the similar format or similar framework. That's what the modeling is. It's absolutely ethical. Some of the question I ask sometimes, is it ethical? Yes, 100% ethical. We're not copying word by word. What we're doing is that we're modeling the structure, right? And then this is a result, guys. So we launched this campaign. And I look at that. That's like you can see the date, October 31st to November 7th, in 7 days of launching the campaign. We got 246 people opting to that webinar, and we got 94.98% opt-in rate, 100% cold audience. This is insane. This is what I'm telling you guys. Like, it is insane. And the funny thing is that I met with the Russell Brunson. And when I met with him, I showed this to him. I said, "Hey Russell, this is what I did." He was absolutely impressed with that. It was like, "You outbid me, Atena, because our webinar funnel doesn't have as high the conversion rate." And that's the thing, that's how we can outbid the competition. This is insane. So I told you guys, like, imagine if you could go model after someone, all of a sudden your opt-in increase from 10 to 90%. What does it mean? What does it mean to your business? So this insane result. I'm not saying that every single funnel we launch is like 90% opt-in rate, but we get minimum 40, 50% opt-in rate in any funnel that we launch, minimum, including our clients. We never had anyone that actually launched a funnel by modeling someone successful from our database that getting at least under 38%. I think the minimum rate that we got was 38% opt-in rate. So Morgan, you've been doing a lot of marketing too. What is the average industry standard for the opt-in rate of the cold audience for the
For
funnels?
like a opt-in rate for an event.
No, for webinars, for example, or
We,
anything.
we haven't run webinars, but what I do know for like a 1 day event, we may see at best 30%. If we were to do something online, I would still say it's probably 30 to 40%.
Yeah, so that's basically about right. So a lot of people said webinars, they usually get around 20, between 20 to 30 as max. So with the modeling, you could easily bump it by like 2x it, easily. And that's one thing I'm interested for you. Maybe Morgan, we can use you as an example. We go literally model after someone for the next event and then you run it. Let's see what happens to see if it's going to double your opt-in. And you will be surprised because sometimes you're going to say, like, look at that webinar, guys. When I was looking at it, I'm like, this is a very bad headline. You look at the hook, guys. It doesn't look very sexy either. Like, I discovered the six AI secret, almost 98.6% of marketers miss when building funnel, right? Like I would not usually wouldn't write that hook. Like this is not a hook that I would write it. But because I modeled after Russell's, I was like, okay, let's trust the process, Atena. Let's just run it. And we run it. All of a sudden we have 9 people out of 10 people that go to this page that opt in. I'm like, here we go. There is a reason. So that's what I said that there's no output is at perfect, guys, until it's getting modeled after something successful. There is a reason Russell Brunson's running this webinar every single day with that headline. He tested it's freaking work, right? So that's something that interested. I want to you guys to experiment with that. And
Tina, can I just jump in and ask a question before I
yeah,
forget?
of course.
Um, what's your best advice for these people to actually start going out and finding who their competition is? Like, how can they find someone that's doing something very similar to them that they can model?
So one way is there are a couple of ways. Obviously, our database is give you like a spoon feed you because it's give you everything you need. You don't need to do that research because we have the list of all of the million-dollar funds in different industries. You could find any example in there. But if you weren't gonna use the database that we have, one way is a similar web. So similar web is give you example. Another way is that I give you guys I show you a bit of secrets of how we build a database ourselves. So good, you guys could do that. The database that we build is a list of the 2CC, 2CCX, and 2CC winners. If
So you,
that makes
so you have a list of everyone, I guess, who's used ClickFunnels in the past to make $1 million or more in a funnel.
exactly. So we
And then
have
you
the
can
list
just
of
like
them.
search in there.
So yeah, so what we did that is it was a bit of the human involved. So we got the list. So we have the list of everyone that wanted to come a club with their funnel. And then
Mhm.
we had to go manually get like two employees were responsible for that, manually go and have a look at those people website and dig into their funnels, dig into their Facebook ad library, dig into their emails. So there was a lot of manual involved to achieve that. But originally how we got the list was through the two CC winners, 2CC, 2CCX, and 2CCV.
Cool. Love it. So for anyone who doesn't know what she just said, 2CC made $1 million or more, $10 million or more, or $100 million or more in a funnel. That's the
Yeah,
award.
oh, okay, sorry. Yes, that's
Yeah.
basically. So anyone that won the award of 2CC award, it means that minimum it generated $1 million on that funnel for them. We had a list of them and we had to go and then human had to go and dig into that and then to build their database. It took us actually over 500 hours and I'm not exaggerating. There was a lot of work to put together that database. Um, but it's worth it because now you have it, the database, and then hundreds of people around the world can use it, and it's going to save them a lot of time. But another one that you could use is like a similar web. Similar web also give you a little bit of information about that, so that's another one that you could leverage. All right, demonstration time. So we got 15, 20 minutes. I'm just gonna try to make it a bit practical and give you guys a bit more value today, but get you everyone in this group. I want you guys to go create a business context. Yeah. Get the access to the software. There is business context gonna be open because then you can use that business context for ChatGPT as well. From now onwards, you don't have to explain your business. It's going to save you guys a lot of time. So give everyone a couple of minutes to sign up. And then what I do is pick one business from the audience, or maybe we could pick Morgan's business. It's up to you guys. And then what we do is that we go create the context for one business, and we're also going to pick $1 million funnel from our database, and then we go and model one funnel for that business. So you guys can see how the modeling work and how you can actually leverage it. Does it sound cool? All right. While everyone's signing up, I'm going to answer to the question, and do we find someone who is super similar, or could someone like me in hairdress business and ad like this? Actually, the advice is that don't find someone super similar. Because if it's super similar, then the copy is going to be super similar too, and you don't want that to happen. What I would recommend, I actually find something that is very different. And I'll show you guys what I mean. Like, for example, I go and find completely different industry. Like, I'm in AI and marketing. I go find someone that do sell windows. Like, literally, you could be as different as you want. And that's the funny thing is that it still works. When you're gonna go find, like, Russell Brunson's funnel, for example, what he's selling in that funnel is sales. It's all talking about sales. I'm not selling sales. I'm selling AI. And you can see that it's quite different, right? And when I model it, it actually worked really nicely and perfectly for my business because then it created something that's not too similar. So I'm not going to be risk of bringing a copyright infringement. And also that's the best. So that's the answer to the question. Any more question? 94% wild. Okay, someone else. I have like 3 different chat account. I need to get a paid account so it remembers everything I teach. Yeah, unfortunately, ch sh I think Shannon, that's one of the issues. Yeah, it's just so confusing about explaining the business. So by the end of the today, you guys not gonna have that issue because you're all gonna have a business context, walking away with a business context. So that's gonna resolve a lot of your issues. All right, cool. So let me just go to the lab. So can you guys put in the chat if you actually sign up to the free trial and everyone is have the lab open? Just put in a chat yes or one. So Claire, yeah. Congratulations. Zion, yes, yeah. Anyone else? I'm just gonna wait one more minute. Because what I want you guys to do, I want you at the same time try to do this exercise with me. Ben, yes. Catherine, yes. Anyone else have any difficulty? Yes, just select the free option. That's right. Select the free option for now. That's going to give you access to the business context. Anyone has any difficulty or you're all good? So Morgan, do you want to pick someone from the audience and we do an exercise, or we want to pick your business? It's up to you.
That's put me in a hard position either way there, hey? It's like, do I pick myself and not give anyone else the opportunity, or do I pick pick the golden star person, my favorite child? Who would be the best example for this? Like, can
The
you give me
best.
like a business model and can you give me like a revenue point? Because I know if someone's not running ads to this, it might not be yeah. So you tell me like what would be like the perfect business to give the best example right now, and I'll think.
So the perfect business to create a business context and model it would be someone that has a website and have quite a lot of text in their website. Because some website they just like VSLs in there or they're not much information. Because the more information I have about your business, the better the business context will be. There are tricks around it. If you guys have no website, no information, how do we create a business content? I'll show you guys how. But for the sake of today's demo, I want to pick someone that has a website with lots of information.
Okay, so we can train it first. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. So we could train my software about how to actually create a context.
Beck Miller, have you got a website?
I just use landing pages, so I haven't got a website.
That's fine. Can you pop the link in the chat? I'll just review a couple and I'll pick one.
Do Sonia's then. Yeah, so that's your goal for the start, is that right? A team like you want to train the AI based on as much knowledge as possible so it understands the business, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
for the sake of demo, yes. But if you don't have much information, there are a couple of ways around it. But I think it just make it easier if we could just pick someone. So just guys, pop the link to your website. Don't be shy, and pop the link to your website then, and I will review them. If you can make it clickable, that would be easier. Here we go. So, right solution for your salon. Okay, so that's the service-based.
Is that you?
Is there anyone in the coaching industry? Coaching, events, info product?
Sorry, yes, I'm in the coaching space.
Okay, so what is the link to your website?
Mine's the salon doctor, the one that you were just on.
Is it coaching?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not like a service-based.
No, not a service.
Well, why don't you try yeah, this one you're looking at with T. This is a good website. Because this would be interesting business to see like
And it's very niche as well.
mm,
That's fine, we could do that. Actually, I like this one because that's going to challenge me. It's a very, very niche, and I'm just going to prove you guys that no matter how niche you are, we could basically go and model and create a killing funnel, even with the most niche product or service. Okay, so the first step that I do is that I just copy the information from this website. I'm going to go to the lab. So there is a tool. If you guys see on the left-hand side, those of you that are agency, is there anyone agency? If you guys are agency, put one in the chat. For those of you that agency, you could basically create a client in the software. For each client is going to have their own business context. So in that way, you could easily switch between the clients. You see how easily I can switch? So instead of like, imagine your agency and you have to explain the business of 100 clients. So this is going to make your job much, much, much easier. But the first step is the creating on a business content using add the business. You see, it says add the business. So can everyone actually follow me? I think what you guys see in the free trial, you see business info extractor. You just click on a business info extractor. It's the same thing. You could create it through here or you could create it through that tool. It's not the same thing. So can everyone tell me if you are in here? Business info extractor. Everyone got it open? Yeah, cool. So once you have it in there, you put the name of the business. So with this example is, okay, I'm gonna copy paste this. It's a long name. All right, like that. So that's the business name. And then what I did that, I copied the information from the website and I pasted it into here. So you just need to go to your website if you have a website and just copy from top to end, excluding header and footer. We don't want to have the header and footer. Like there are some other pages available like here about our story. If there is more information available, you could go to other pages too, and you just copy other pages too. The more information you give to AI, the better. We go in here and we put this one too. You could use a language model. You could access all of the available language model. You could compare the language model next to each other if you want to. And that's basically it. So you click on extract. You could compare up to 20 language model next to each other. With this example, we're just gonna stick to ChatGPT. So you see what you guys did? So that will go create a comprehensive context about the business, the things that even yourself don't know. So I want to call out who is the owner of this website. Let me just see.
It's T.
T. All right. So T, what it did there, it created context. What I want you to do is this. You go and we're not going to go through all of that. It's a couple of dozens pages about your business. It's very comprehensive and detailed.
Well,
We're going to read through a few and you tell me that how accurate it is. You tell me like it's 100% accurate. So target market, men and women experience a hair loss on thinning hair, typically age 25 to 60. Demographically, they are professionals, parents or individuals who value appearance and confidence. Psychologically, they are image conscious, emotionally affected by the hair loss, and seek a discreet, low maintenance solution. They are often busy, practical, and want fast, efficient result without surgery or downtime. The desire to regain control over the appearance and feel like themselves again. Is that correct?
that's spot on.
It's spot on. Yeah. So, second problem, hair loss or thinning hair that negatively impacts self-esteem, confidence, and social comfort. Is that the problem and pain point?
Yeah.
How the pain point or problem works, hair loss make individual feel self-conscious, leading them to avoid photos, social events, and even certain lighting. It creates a constant mental burden, making them feel less attractive, older, or less control of their appearance. This undermines the confidence in both personal and professional setting. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What causes the problem? Genetics, aging, hormonal changes, medical conditions, scarring, stress. In some cases, previous hair treatment or surgeries may have failed or left visible scars. Is that correct?
Yep.
What are the emotional driver for? I'm not going to read through it. It's very, very long. But all of this information that you see here, is it something that was directly in your website, or it's something that was a little bit glimpse of mention and the software could figure it out? Because what we want to say to people that you don't need to have this information on your website. It's just software can figure it out about what is your business is about by the training behind it. So how many
Yeah.
information in the website?
I mean, my partner wrote a lot of the website, so I don't even know some of the stuff that's in it. But yeah, there's definitely stuff that we've implied and like yeah, some of it seems like it's in the website, but then some of it's just like the gist of the website. Like it's kind of what we're implying. And actually looking at this makes me realize we're kind of restructuring the niche a little bit. And I've just realized with that, the stuff that we need to niche a little bit now. So
Yeah, no, that's cool. But yeah, usually like even in the websites that barely have any information, like 2, 3 lines, it would still give you a comprehensive business context.
wow.
So the point is here is the training behind it is very comprehensive. You go grab the information from all the industries been trained, every single industry, affiliates, e-commerce, service space, coaching industries, even the extreme niche. It will completely understand about the pain points and understand about everything. And here also talking about like your offers, for example. What is your offer? Free consultation, personalized hair long, and density design, 3, 4 treatment sessions, the bonuses, the facts, the features, the benefits, the unique selling propositions, big promise, removal promise is very, very comprehensive. So now that you have this information about business, imagine going onwards, you don't have to explain yourself to ChatGPT anymore. This is your business.
That already seems like so much easier. to deal
Yeah,
with.
amazing. So what I do is that I'll pop it in a Google Doc for you and give it to you. And
Oh,
you can
thank
use a
you.
free trial to use it. But guys, the free trial only give you access to use the business context once. If you guys decided to do it, then you can get unlimited access to business context and all the tools once you actually sign up to the next level, which is the pro. So business context. So those of you that don't want to use the software, you don't have to use the software. What you could do, literally, next time that you work with ChatGPT or any LLM, just give this information to this that remember this in your memory. That's it. Remember this in your memory. And then every time I want to do it, don't explain yourself anymore. Create me Facebook ad, create me email, create me that. Know it, know what to do because they're giving you comprehensive information, if that makes sense. Okay, cool. So here's I'll pop it in the chat. So everyone else, you can do the same thing. So guys, by the way, one trick, if you guys don't have a website, if you guys have a Skool committee, you could just go copy paste the information from your Skool About page. Or if you don't have anything, you could literally just go and explain your business by just talking. Because we have the audio feature, you could just say, hey, I'm Atena Pegler. I'm teaching people about how to use AI. Our program is a mastermind. We have a software. This is our pricing. This is our target market. This is our unique selling proposition. And this is our guarantees. This is our facts. Like just provide as many information you know about your business. And that's it. And then stop this and then click on extract. At the moment, obviously, I was doing a demo, but even now, yeah, that's just like the grabbing the information from the last one. But even with providing a little bit of information about your business, it will create a business context still. So that's something you could use it. And the other thing is that if you guys are agency and you want to provide these services to other people and make money out of it, you could literally just record your discovery calls. While you're in the discovery call, just record it. And when you record it and then you stop it, then the software has been trained to understand the conversation. And then by the end of that, it's going to extract data from the discovery call and will create a comprehensive business context for your client. So this is how cool it is. So there's a lot of flexibility about how to create a business context. So is it clear enough? Any questions about this?
How many businesses can you set up in there? You know, like, can you create multiple profiles in here, like for multiple different
So yeah,
businesses?
we got a different level. Like with the Pro, you can create up to 5. So you could save up to 5, but you can actually create unlimited. So this is no limitation. You could create like 1,000,000 if you want to, but to be able to save it here, you could save up to 5. But something that some of our clients do, they just go delete it. They just go delete one of the old ones and add a new one. So every time they need it, they do that. But in the enterprise plan, you could have up to 100 clients in here.
What's the difference of those?
It's just like a price difference.
All right.
So if you are a bigger agency and you want to have up to 100 clients, then you go on the enterprise plan, which is more expensive. If you just want to, if you're not an agency or you have a small agency up to 5 clients, you just go and on the pro plan. But there are some agencies that they have like 10, 20 clients and all they do is just go and delete it every time, you know. They delete it and add it again. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Any more question about that? Because the next time I'm gonna show you guys is about the modeling and the database that we were talking about. No questions?
I've typed it in the chat. Hi, Athena.
Hi.
Link. So you have a section for one website. Is it okay to put multiple websites or is just one link? Because I just think if I add a couple of social media pages, websites, school, community, all of that, can it get information from that, or do I still have to
Cool.
manually put text?
You could do that if you want to multiple, but it's not necessary. It's actually like even putting a little bit, like look at my Skool About page. Even with giving a little bit of information about that, it's already create something perfect for you. So you don't really need that. But if you want to provide as many information as possible using your social media, LinkedIn, whatever you can. So this is our Skool About page. So if you look at this, there's not much information in here, right? So even with that, it will go and create a perfect business context for me. We're just gonna say Atena Skool. Here we go. So like even if with that, it gives me like 90% correct information with such a little information. That's the beauty of it, right? But if you guys want to give that, yeah, it's possible. And that's a good thing. Once you guys have a business context, did I delete yours? Let me see. Yeah, because what I want to show you guys is how you can actually go and model someone else with for these services, and you can see the magic of the modeling, how easy it is with one click you can model. Just gonna quickly create that again. Any question while we're waiting for this? So business context is the heart of your business foundation. Because the first step to AI is to educate AI about your business, yeah, before you do anything else. And that's what's missing with ChatGPT and everything else. Okay. So I'm just gonna save this. Here we go. Now we have it saved. So all I need to do, I go here and switch to T's business here. And now I can go model anything in the internet. I can model ads, I can model any funnel. So this is a database we have. You can see that we have a lot of information about everyone from start to finish, MMM360, what they do. And what I do is that I'm gonna go and pick up someone from the database as an example. Let's go, for example, agency coach. We go to the website and we're gonna say, oh, okay, well, I know that this is a $1 million funnel. Let's go and completely try to model it. Guys, imagine if you wanted to model this for this business without having access to AI. It would have taken weeks, even if you're able to do it. You could either go copy paste the information from the funnel that you want to model, or you could just pop the URL. Either way would work. So with this information, I just copy paste, then you use the ChatGPT, then you click on clone. So if you look at that, it says it's time to step out of the feast of a cycle and finally get more clients and jump into your digital agency's future. So agency coach has nothing to do with his business. It is not about hair loss. It's not about service space. It's talking about getting more client, right? So you can see that I'm modeling something completely different. But look at this. It's time to step out of the hair loss struggle and finally. So you guys see that? It's word by word modeling, but it's talking about hair loss. It has nothing to do with getting more clients. Regain your confidence and jump into your future with Inkel Cosmetic Clinic. Restore your hair appearance and create the confidence and self-esteem that you deserve. With the ChatGPT 4, the advantage of having access to different language model is that sometimes this language model, you see like it doesn't have the paragraph. So let me just actually go and just select for all to see if it's going to see the paragraph. Here we go. That's a bit better. Easy to read. So that's why we have different language model, right? So this is the beauty of it. So it's time to step out of the hair loss and struggle, finally restore your confidence and step into a more youthful, empowered you, reclaim your hairline and experience the confidence you deserve. This is basically that, like a word by word has been modeled. So then it says, too many people are trapped by the emotional toll of hair loss, feeling self-conscious and defeated. But it doesn't have to be this way. This is the best time in history to restore you look naturally. It's time to own your own image and your own life. Now look at that. Too many agencies are trapped by the very business they've created, overworked and undercharging, when it doesn't have to be this way. This is the best time in history to own a digital marketing agency. It's time to own your agency and your own life. So you guys can see that literally word by word has been changed to personalize to his business. How much do you like it, T? Like, what is your comment on that? Like, could you imagine that
This
something?
is awesome.
Yeah, this is how you guys can go more than $80 million funnel, guys. Like, literally, because you're gonna say, well, these guys are crushing it. I know they're generating millions of dollars. You could go, and the beauty of that you could A/B test. You could literally go and create a funnel, model after 3 different $1 million, and then A/B test them. This is how easy it is. So the whole funnel, all the way to the bottom, has been rewritten for this business the same way. And you could do the same thing with emails. You could literally go to one of these people that doing the good email marketing, opt into that, get all of the emails, get one email a day, and then come here and literally just go copy paste all of the email sequences. Then all of a
Huh.
sudden, you have all the email sequences written for T's business. Done. The same thing
Wow.
with ads. You could literally go to the Facebook ads library. So let me just go to the Facebook ad library and look at one of these. Let's look at that one, Billie Jean. Let me just go to his ads. His Facebook ads library. Okay, let's see what it says. So I'm just going to copy this. I don't even know what he's talking about. He's talking about a 3 days AI marketing challenge. So let's see what the software come up with. This is completely different, right? So we just go here and copy paste it. This is about marketing challenge bootcamp or whatever it is. And let's see what it does. Did you join the 3-day confidence through SMP challenge group yet? If not, go to here, get in. You can connect with other same journey, get expert advice with SMP 10, and receive the key update on your transformation. See you there. Literally, you have a confidence task too. Oh my gosh,
Awesome.
this is awesome. So I'll tell you guys a secret that what we do with the Facebook advertising. So what we do is that we actually go and usually we pick like 3 or 4 big creators that they're doing really good Facebook ads. We go model them. So in that way, we are able to create so many different variations. So our Facebook ads, some of them look very different. Some of them short, some of them long, some of them storytelling. In that way, we could create a variety. And the other thing that we do, we have all of the tools. So this is just some modeling tools, but we also have the pre-made tools that you could basically go and create a storytelling type of Facebook ads or anything. This is not modeling. This is just like a prompt behind it. This one has been written based on the Subresubi's ads. Just to full disclaimer, where this training behind this it comes based on the Subresubi's ads. So if I go and choose this and click on the Facebook ad, it will go and create really killing Facebook ad copy for you about your business. So read through and tell me how much you like it. Sick of hiding under hats or avoiding mirrors because of the hair loss. So we were. So were we. That's why we created the Inkel Cosmetic Clinic. Too many people suffer in silence, thinking hair loss is something they just have to accept. But why? You still feel young inside. You still care about your appearance. Yet you've been told there's no real solution that looks natural. That's exactly why we offer a free SMP discovery session to show you how scalp micro pigmentation can restore your hair loss and confidence. Oh my gosh. So this is a top,
Cool.
like how the human is even capable of coming up with this humor type of a storytelling type of ads, right? And look at this, retargeting. Okay, no, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. What do we have to do? We saw you checking out our scalp micro pigmentation treatment, but you didn't book your consultation. I love that. That's the sad violin. What stopped you? If we had to guess, maybe you are unsure if it really works. Look, we are not here to sell you a dream. We are here to show you what's possible with real result and real transformation. We've helped people just like you regain their confidence and look years younger. Using a technique trusted by thousands and perfected by our team through the global training and precision. This isn't just about the hair, it's about how you feel when you walk into the room. And we guarantee you will see the difference. Still wondering why we offer free consultation? Here's why. We want to earn your trust by showing you what's possible. No pressure, just clarity. We've been there. We know what's like to feel like your appearance doesn't match your energy. This is our way of giving back. We hope this is the beginning of a long-term relationship where we help you feel absolute best. So don't keep telling yourself, this can't be real or it can't work for me. You're only holding yourself back. Book your free consultation now.
Wow.
So what you guys can see, I didn't explain anything to the software at all. I just click on her business context. That's it. Not explaining. I didn't even tell her what style I want to create. I didn't tell her anything. So guys, this is the difference that with AI. AI that is trained is so different with the AI that is raw. So that's basically the difference. And then one thing that we do, we create like, you see that there's 5 different variation in here. And then we could go and create different type of variation using different language model. Every language model says a different story. And the beauty of it that you could literally go and use like 5 or 6 language model, and all of a sudden each language model create you 5 copy different type, and you have 20 different variation to launch. This is how you can outbid the competition. Do you know how much money competition needs to spend to be able to create dozens of different variation of Facebook ads? And this is just one type. Then you could also go and create a Facebook ads with the direct response, right? The direct response, another type. It will go and create your direct response one that is, like directly gonna say why choose us and stuff. And on top of that, you could go model a couple of big creators and create these different Facebook ads based on modeling. So all of a sudden you have another 20 different variation. So this is how easily you can outbid the competition. And you let the Facebook decide which ad's gonna win because you have so many different variation. That's how you can outbid the competition. So this is basically, guys, our secret to Comma Club. We basically wanted to come a club in a couple of months only. Our Facebook ads were absolutely smashing it. Our opt-in rate was smashing it. And the only thing we did, we just model and use the our own software. So the same thing you could do with the emails. You could create all of the email sequences. And the advantage of it is it's a connected tools. That means that the Facebook ads are created for T know the whole software understand what that ad is about. So it could go and create the context for it. It could create the email for it. It could create like whatever she requests for it. So now she's talking about a whole army of the marketers working for her to understanding what everyone does. This is what the AI, generic AI doesn't give you. So that's basically it. I'm not going to go through all the other tools. You can see that we have a lot of tools for content creations. With the webinar, if you guys ever want to do a webinar, you can just create a perfect webinar based on Russell Brunson word by word script about your business. You don't have to worry about that at all. If you want to launch a Skool community, then you can go launch it under 5 minutes, including your graphics. We have the image and video creation tools. Basically everything in one place, your entire marketing and sales. You also have the sales tools. You guys can go create a sales script. You could have a sales manager to analyze your sales calls, create a scorecard and all of that. You could go and create the funnels, value ladder, unit USB generator, pitch, target market, sales page, if you want to create a sales page, hooks, VSL. Who loves to do VSL? I think that's one of my most favorite tools, the VSL. And especially one thing that we do is that we go and model other people's VSL. You could basically hack into anyone's VSL by this tool. We do a script cloner. Like if there's a YouTube, for example, content, you could just go and hack into any content and create the same way for your business. So let me just go to Alex Hormozy, for example, and I'll get into one of his videos. Let's say this
I
one.
was single. I ate at Chipotle over 500 times.
So I just do that. He's talking about when he was single. Maybe see what the story the AI gonna come up with for T's business. So all I go here, I put the link to the YouTube, I get the transcript, I copy the transcript, I go into AI, I paste it into here, I choose the T's business, and that's it. Oops, it didn't copy properly. Okay, it's very, very short. I think this one is just a short script. Here we go. T, it just made up a story for you based on the Alex's story. Look at that. In my single days, I visited Inkel Cosmetic Clinic over 500 times in a single day. This was a revolution from my accountant who questioned, why are the 500 transactions? Blah, blah, blah. He advised you need to cut back on the expenses. I question why you spend you're investing a lot of money. But obviously that might not be very related to the marketing. With the video and VSL, I would suggest that to find exactly your competitor. That you need to find because now it's really good. It literally rewrite everything for your business. However, it's not necessarily trying to promote the what you want to promote. It's just trying to focus on something else. But you guys have the concept, right? So that's basically it. So any questions? I think we just came to the end. So Morgan, if you have a couple of more minutes, I'm just gonna finish my slide. I think we have 2 or 3 more slides left. So you guys see the screen? So basically, how you guys can add with the competition and 10 extra business and get rid of this completely traditional marketing department. Get a VA, $5 an hour, onlinejobs.ph. This is a website that we use and all of our clients, guys, used to get a VA, onlinejobs.ph. Let me just go and type it. You could get a really qualified VAs from Philippines for $5. We had a lot of success with that ourselves. Here you go. I'm just gonna pop the link. Pop the link in the chat. But yeah, what you guys need to do is you get a VA and you train your VA on AI, the AI procedure formula. Obviously, you guys gonna get the access to the software full. And then the VA is able to crack a lot of marketing content for you guys because it's exceptionally easy to learn and exceptionally beginner friendly. So like 15 minutes training, you're all done. You could start creating funnels, emails, ads, content, everything. It's something that you could get a VA $5 an hour, maybe 20 hours a week, and they could go and generate you so many different variations of the funnels, emails, email marketing solution, done. You could literally go send 2 emails a day to your email list if you want to. Really good quality emails, a storytelling type of emails, like everything that you want. And you don't even need to do it yourself. You can get a VA to do that. The VA doesn't need to know anything about marketing, content creation, or copywriting. You don't have to pay to copywriters. I know a lot of you probably use really, really expensive copywriters. The copywriters could be really good ones, become expensive, especially if they kind of like a storytelling type of their copywriters. You don't have to use it anymore. It's going to save you quite a lot of money if you guys using copyright. We don't have copyright ourselves in the company, and we do a lot of marketing campaign. I think like in June and November month, we did, honestly, I think we did over 300 marketing campaign, like different, like combined email, SMS, content, funnel, everything. We did over 300, and we didn't even have a copywriter. Literally just had a VA just cracking content after another. And that's how we could do the 350K MRR in 1 month. And the people were saying that, I don't know, you everywhere. Like, how much content you have? Facebook ad, this and that. So, like, we could go to the software, crack, crack, crack. Like, all of a sudden, you have, like, dozens of variation of different things. So, that's going to be a competitive advantage to be able to do that. And those of you that are looking to have some sort of business, AI business, and you want to say, hey, Atena, I want to start an AI agency, that you guys can also take advantage of the software and start an AI agency and then provide services to other people. What we could recommend our clients do, they charge usually 20K setup fee, 5K monthly management to build a funnel for someone, funnel and ads and emails. So that's basically the pricing that their client charge. Because you are able to, number one, create really high quality content for them that no one else can do. Number two, that you could have a very, very fast delivery. So if it takes a traditional marketing agency for a couple of weeks to launch a campaign, you guys can launch a campaign for your clients the same day. So that's why they're gonna become your raving fans, and you could actually charge them premium because of the speed and quality. Speed and quality become your unique selling proposition when you use AI. So that's also another business idea for some of you that looking to have a profitable online business. That's something you could do. We have 465 raving fans success stories. We have a lot of them. So 465 high ticket clients, and we have, if you guys look at our top Trustpilot and Google and the videos testimonial, overall, I think we have like over 500 testimonial and success stories. And one thing that I want everyone to think is that, number one, everyone in this room can 10x their business. Everyone in this room. You think about all of your numbers and how you can just make everything a little bit better ad, a little bit better email, a little bit better funnel, right? And then all of a sudden you can 10x your business. And then think about what would it mean if you could master all of this and 10x your business in 12 months? How it's going to affect your business, your lifestyle, and everything that you dreamed of. We have a very small team, guys. I did mention that we're only 3 people. We have some contractors too. We are very much AI driven business. Like I use AI for everything. Like we even use AI for the customer service, for the sales, for the fulfillment. There's not enough time for me to teach you guys about all of that, but maybe I can come back again at a time, Morgan, so I can just go a bit more deep dive in the other side of the business. And AI, like a Skool and all of that. And that's it. So I'm happy to answer any questions now. I hope that everyone got value. A lot of information. I hope that your members don't feel overwhelmed. A lot of information.
Yeah, I got a question to kick it off. So with the VA, what specific skill set would you recommend the VA has? Like who have you found someone who's good? Like is it more a tech focused person? Is it like a high organized person? Or have you just found it doesn't really matter, just train somebody? Like what are you looking for for their
It's
background.
more about the personality, to be honest, the technique, because with the software, they don't need to have any brain, to be honest, because the software create everything for them. It's more about the personality that someone stick around and kind of like a follow the process and they're motivated. I would say, rather than the skill set. Like they could be completely brand new beginner, not understand marketing at all. But obviously, the more they understand the marketing and copywriting, the better it is to save you guys from that 4%. Because what I found out ourselves is, yes, the software is able to do 95% great for you guys. Like even me and T were discussing the copy. She said it's great, but I'm pretty sure there's a 5% that she could make it better, right? That 5% that someone to go to review it, if they have obviously some background, then they're able to do that 5% as well. So it's completely going to free up your time. But not having any expertise, they still can do the job. It's fairly easy. Like you guys see this, I'm just clicking around and copy pasting. There's no prompting, nothing sophisticated, exceptionally beginner friendly. So to give you guys a bit of idea, I rebuilt the entire software in February. Rebuild the entire software. Like it was a lot of cost for us. Do you know why? Because the previous software that we had, same training behind it, but it wasn't user friendly. So we started getting the survey from people that people are saying that it's not user friendly, I can't figure things out, blah, blah, blah. So because of that reason, I had to rebuild the entire UX and we had to use a completely different platform and the custom. It was a lot of hassle for me, but it was worth it because once we launched a new version of the software, the people say, oh my goodness, I can literally learn everything in 15 minutes, figure things out. It's just super simple, super beginner friendly. So I'm so glad that we made that move. It was a lot of hassle for us, but we so much value our customers' feedback. And the reason it is perfect as it is because of the take into consideration all the feedbacks. At the beginning, it wasn't. When we launched the software, it wasn't even like 5% close to what you guys see. This came from like over 465 subscribers that we have in software that came from all of the feedbacks that we received. Every single feedback, we took it in consideration and we applied. So that's what you can see now. It just become like that. Yeah. No problems at all, Luis. My brain, Catherine, my brain, haha. Yeah, that was a lot of information. So definitely you guys can catch up with the recording because there was other AI softwares and stuff I mentioned that you guys could do. And
Amazing. I also asked them at the start of the chat if they want you to come back and share your secrets on how you crushed it in school, and a lot of them said yes. So
yeah,
heads up if you'd like, if I should bend Atina's arm and get her to come back and train you guys again, but reveal all the secrets on how she scaled from 0 to over 300K a month and beat
yeah.
all the records in school. So we'll chat. I know she's super busy. It's like she's in America every single 1 second. She's also going to be speaking at Dreamfest. So you guys will all get to come and meet Athena as well, which is going to be amazing. So look, we'll wrap it up because we're always trying to make these calls 90 minutes, and I still want to chat to you guys before we go. But is there any other final burning questions for Athena while she's here?
Any last question? No?
Amazing.
No
Yeah,
worries.
I think you've frazzled all their brains.
Yeah, they're trying to digest. Oh my gosh, what just happened?
Yeah. Amazing. All right, beautiful. Well, hey, everybody, please unmute and just give a big thank you to Athena for jumping in and
Thanks.
all that.
What an
Thank
amazing
you.
session.
Thank you, Tina. That
It
was
was an
hectic.
awesome session.
My
Wow.
pleasure, guys. You have an amazing group, Morgan. So,
Yeah.
guys, let's do one thing, okay? Everyone use your business context and go try it in ChatGPT. And it's still not going to be perfect. It's not going to give you the copy like that you did for T, but it's going to save you guys a lot of time from explaining yourself. Like, save it somewhere. Every time you're working with the ChatGPT or LLM, just use it from now onwards. You created it once, you could use it forever. So I hope that at least one thing that's going to take out of this call, apart from the learning, is that practical part of, no, I have something that I can actually right away apply to my business, going to save me so much time.
So
So
are
I
you,
hope that
are you saying use the feature, so get our website, put it into the lab, and then take that and put it into
yeah.
our own chat GPT?
Yeah, because everyone on the free trial have access to the business context, so they can create one context for the business. So that's something that you could apply it straight away. Apart from the learning, because I'm all about the implementation and learning. That's just my personality. Every time I do a presentation, I'm gonna say what the people are gonna walk away that can apply straight away, not just the learning. So I hope everyone take advantage of that. And we see some of you on the call. And thank you so much for booking a call with us. And we could do a bit more deep dive for you guys on the call that you already booked. So yeah.